The long-awaited town center breaks ground in the Brewery District. Food banks in Tacoma are in need of donations, and an exhibit at the Tacoma History Museum honors civil rights leaders. All that and more on this edition of Tacoma Report. Hello, I'm Anita Gallagher. The North America Asset Management Group has broken ground on its $125 million town center project near the University of Washington Tacoma campus. The development is located on a key city-owned property in the heart of the Brewery District. Maria Lee has this story.
The cause for celebration? The Town Center project will sit along Jefferson Avenue from 21st through 23rd Streets up to Tacoma Avenue and is expected to redefine the Brewery District.
I tell people often that the city of Tacoma is probably the best kept secret on the west coast of America, but the secret's getting out now. We're very proud of all this work. We are very proud to say that we right now in Tacoma are experiencing record-breaking private investment in our city. Historically, we have invested a lot in public assets, but now we're seeing private developers, businesses locating here, people choosing Tacoma, not because it's cheap, but because there's a quality of life here that is unparalleled. A waterfront, good people, affordable housing, great jobs, an economy that is vibrant and diverse, but there's so much more to come.
Well, I'm super excited about the launch of this project, and I'm excited that we continue to break records as far as the project value development that's coming forward.
The project will help support Tacoma's economy through local and regional contractors who hire from the community, and they're eager to get started.
This is a very exciting project, 800,000 square feet of commercial, residential complex. It will be the major attractions with shopping, retail, and entertainment center with 500 units of apartments, including 140 student apartments.
Not surprising, since helping to drive energy in the Brewery District as well as further investment in downtown Tacoma, the University of Washington Tacoma has seen a jump in student enrollment from 5,000 to more than 5,400 over the past year. For Tacoma Report, I'm Maria Lee.
This latest development builds on the momentum generated by Yeriton Investments' groundbreaking of its $85 million convention center hotel project last August. Over the coming months, you can expect to see additional restaurants and shops opening downtown. In a move that will transform the Tacoma Public Library's downtown parking lot into a new retail and housing development, the HQC USA Development Group broke ground on the Haley Apartments in late October. This $40 million project will include 166 housing units with ground-level retail amenities. 34 of the units are designated for affordable housing. It will be completed in spring of 2019. This development is the city's third foreign direct investment project this year. The Haley Apartments project is being financed entirely with capital from the developer, and it will serve as a catalyst for further growth and investment in this area of the city's downtown core. Staff from the Healthy Homes, Healthy Neighborhoods program recently began canvassing the South Tacoma neighborhood. This program reaches out to residents for individual knock-and-talk conversations about household and community needs. With the feedback received, program staff can connect residents to local resources that offer eco-friendly cost savings. The program also plans springtime events and workshops that address community priorities and environmental health. To learn about events and available resources, visit the city's website. The city is revisiting its paid sick leave rules, which provide detailed guidance on how paid sick leave laws apply in the workplace. Draft rules have been published, and the city will be seeking public feedback on them at 4 public hearings and by mail or email until 4 p.m. on December 1st. Once the rules are finalized, the city will then host 2 information sessions in December for anyone who wants to learn about them before they take effect on the 1st of the new year, along with the $12 minimum wage. Stay in the know and sign up for updates at the city's webpage. After the break, Sergio Flores from the city's Employment Standards Office will join me to talk about what businesses and employees need to know about paid sick leave and minimum wage laws in Tacoma. Don't miss it. Tacoma employers and workers have been reaching out to the city with questions about the impacts of voter-approved Washington State Initiative 1433, which relates to statewide paid sick leave and minimum wage. Joining us now is Sergio Flores from the city's Employment Standards Office to answer some of those questions. Welcome to the show, Sergio.
Thank you for having me here, Anita.
Nice to have you. So, it sounds like there are some big changes coming, particularly with paid sick leave. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes, I can. It's been a very exciting year for paid sick leave for the state. As you just mentioned, there was a statewide initiative that was approved by voters last November, which created a new paid sick leave law statewide. That had an impact on our current law, and the council back in September 26, adopted changes in order to align our law with state law.
So that makes sense. And will the city of Tacoma be seeking any public feedback on the draft paid sick leave rules?
Yes, we will. In fact, we are currently looking at the rules and trying to figure out what we need to add and change in order for employers and workers to know how to implement the new City of Tacoma paid sick leave law. And we will be having public feedback open as soon as we have the rules out. We'll be releasing the rules in early November, so in the next few days. And after that, the public will have until December 1st at 4 p.m. to provide us with any feedback they will have on the rules. We will also have 4 different public meetings where we will invite the public to come and to share their feedback or input on the rules.
Oh, that's great. So in addition to the changes in the paid leave, minimum wage is also changing on January 1st of 2018. So can you tell me more about that and what employers might want to know?
Yeah, so as you know, back in November of 2015, the voters of Tacoma approved the minimum wage to $12 an hour. That has been increasing in stages. This year, the minimum wage currently is $11.15, and on January 1st of 2018, just in a few weeks from now, it will go up to the intended $12.
Okay, that's wonderful. So is there anything else that folks might want to know about the changes that are coming and how to find out more information?
Yes, of course. Please visit us at our website. Our website is cityoftacoma.org/employment standards. An easier way to do it is to do a Google search that says City of Tacoma Paid Sick Leave or Employment Standards, and you will get our website.
Wonderful. So it sounds like you have some great public process coming up. So thanks for joining us and talking about it.
Thank you very much.
Emerging news on City of Tacoma employment standards, including updates on the public rules process, will be shared through the Minimum Employment Standards e-newsletter and email updates. You can also contact the city's Employment Standards Office at the number below. Up next, we'll get an update on how employers can participate in giving a high school junior or senior their first job. Stay with us. The 2018 Summer Jobs 253 program is looking for Tacoma area employers to host interns this summer. The program, which is entering its 6th year, will place 253 students into paid internships with local employers and provide work readiness training and credit retrieval opportunities to the students. To learn more about the program or to apply, visit summerjobs253.com. Mayor Marilyn Strickland selected Hunger, A Memoir of My Body by New York Times bestselling author Roxane Gay for the Tacoma Reads Together program. Tacoma community members attended a series of events surrounding this powerful memoir regarding the effects of trauma on self-image and weight, exploring the author's experience with societal expectations around a woman's appearance. The Tacoma History Museum debuted a new exhibit on October 27th called Civil Rights Champions. Megan Snow brings us a peek.
Inside the Tacoma History Museum, a new exhibit, Dreams That Matter, spotlights Tacoma civil rights champions and their contributions to Tacoma.
It's the story of Tacoma's civil rights pioneers and social justice champions over the years, many of whom have been forgotten in the pages of history. We want to remind people of their efforts and their sacrifice over the years.
On display are artifacts dating back to the Chinese expulsion, the fishing wars, and the celebration of the establishment of the first chapter of the Black Students Union in Washington State, which happened at the University of Puget Sound 50 years ago.
Well, it provides a context, really, for people to understand what's going on. It was Santana that said what past is prologue, and indeed that's certainly the case. We learn from the past, and some of these issues have not been resolved. They continue right to this very day. So this is a reminder of what happened just in the last few decades, but a reminder of the fights that were waged by what I call heroes to pass the Civil Rights Acts both nationally in the state and locally. It was 15 years ago that the citizens of Tacoma afforded people, the LGBT community, protections against discrimination by an overwhelming vote in November of 2002. So, events are still happening, and the story is still unfolding and has not reached an end yet. So we continue to tell the story up to this very day.
The exhibit is on display now through March 10th. For Tacoma Report, I'm Megan Snow.
The Tacoma History Museum is open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit them online. A project is getting underway to replace nearly 75% of the city's aging overhead streetlights. Stacy Ellifrit has more on an effort that's bringing a luminous change to city streets.
A partnership between the city and Tacoma Public Utilities is working to replace a number of older, inefficient streetlights with new LED fixtures. These replacements are happening in neighborhoods and on main corridors.
We've hired a contractor to replace a lot of our inefficient streetlights with more efficient LED streetlights. These are the ones that are 30, 40 foot in the air, our overhead fixtures.
City crews are gearing up now to start work in the south end of Tacoma and then work their way northward. Work is expected to take a year to complete.
The contractor will be rolling through their neighborhood and changing these fixtures out, but they're really going to be, going to be very quick. All they need to do is unbolt a couple of bolts and reconnect the wires, and they're going to be in and out of there in 15, 20 minutes maximum.
This new technology will use up to 65% less energy on average and is expected to last up to 4 times longer than current streetlight fixtures.
One of the huge benefits is the reduction in energy consumption. These use so much less energy than our old fixtures. The second thing is that they are a safer light. This light, because of the color of the light, you can actually see much further. And the third thing is this is better for the environment. None of these lights have light going up into the air. And so it's better for our nighttime critters that fly, and it's better for the environment overall.
Residents can check when their streetlights will be upgraded through an interactive map.
There's a lot of information about some frequently asked questions about the project. So there's a lot of information, but also on the map itself is you can identify which lights are actually going to be converted. You can enter your address in and it'll tell you. Also, you can click on the overall zone and it'll tell you when that area will be converted.
As scheduling firms up, the map will be updated on a weekly basis throughout the project, but some lights could be replaced ahead of schedule.
Your light, if you have a street light that is out, it didn't make sense to us to replace a light bulb and then have the contractor come in 3 months later and replace it with a brand new fixture. So our crews have a handful of these fixtures and they may be replacing lights to deal with outages as well.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacy Ellifrit.
For an interactive map with the installation schedule listed by neighborhood, visit the Streetlight Replacement Project webpage. Replacing 16,000 old high-pressure sodium lighting fixtures with new LED lighting will save enough electricity to meet the power needs of 1,000 average homes a year. That's a big part of why Tacoma Power is helping the city's Public Works Department finance the estimated $7 million cost of the new fixtures. Tacoma Power will underwrite the purchase and installation, then charge the city a special power rate for the lighting to recoup the investment over 15 years.
It's really a classic win-win in that the citizens of Tacoma will all have much improved lighting quality on the streets, and Tacoma Power will benefit because there's significant energy savings associated with installing the LED fixtures, and there's also reduced maintenance costs because they last so much longer.
Tacoma Power offers a number of energy efficiency programs and incentives for residential and business customers. Conservation is a less expensive alternative to building new power-producing resources to meet future energy needs. When we come back from the break, we'll find out how shelters are gearing up to provide more space during inclement weather. During inclement weather, homeless shelters in Tacoma will expand services to accommodate more people seeking shelter. The inclement weather response is led by Tacoma shelter operators who determine when conditions outside, which include temperature and forecasted wind and precipitation, reach a point that requires additional sleeping spaces. The City of Tacoma declared a state of public health emergency related to the health and safety conditions of encampments on May 9, 2017, and is currently sheltering more than 75 individuals at a temporary emergency sheltering site. For more information about the city's plan and the declaration of public health emergency, visit the city's website. With the winter weather just around the corner, food banks will play a crucial role for many families in the Tacoma-Pierce County area. But as we see in this report from Lane Fickey, their demand is now needed full-time.
Thousands of families are relying on food banks each month to help them make ends meet. Food bank visits are up 80% from 2008. The largest increase is seen with elderly clients and families with children. In years past, food bank visits jumped up significantly when the weather turned bad, but that's not the case anymore.
The need is pretty consistent throughout the year. In the summer now, we have lots of families who come more often because their kids are home from school and those breakfasts and lunches that they rely on during the school year aren't there. In the winter, of course, utility bills are a pressure on people's people's household income. What we do find is throughout the year, the numbers increase as the month goes on, as people go through their own resources and need to turn to us and to other food banks.
That increased need means that food banks could use more help, and there are a lot of different things that volunteers can do.
Every year we use over 700 volunteers to help us distribute food at 17 sites all throughout Pierce County. Volunteers do everything from running shifts to distribute the food to clients who need it, stocking shelves, sorting food product. There's not one job that a volunteer can't do here. If you want to help your neighbor in need and distribute food, you're welcome. If you'd rather just go do a grocery store pickup for us, you're welcome. If you really like cleaning, you're welcome to help us with that too.
If you're looking to donate items, food banks are always in need of peanut butter, a great source of protein. But there are some things that tend to be scarce during the winter season.
Throughout the summer and early fall, they get lots of produce, and so in the winter months, canned fruits and vegetables are good as well. But anything that's non-perishable, we like, and there's no amount that's too small. Whether you're donating a couple of heads of lettuce from your garden or a couple of cans of food, we add it.
Officials hope that one day there won't be a need for food banks. But until then, agencies in the Tacoma-Pierce County area will continue to provide this valuable service. For Tacoma Report, I'm Lane Fickey.
To find a complete list of food banks in the area, go to the Pierce County website. Administrative offices in the Tacoma Municipal Building Complex and in other City of Tacoma facilities will close Friday, November 10th in observance of Veterans Day. The Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center will open as normally scheduled on Friday, November 10th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Garbage, recycling, and yard and food waste pickups will not be affected. The Point Defiant Zoo and Aquarium and Northwest Trek Wildlife Park are celebrating Veterans Appreciation Days, November 10th through the 12th. On these dates, both locations are offering free admission to those who are currently serving or have served in the U.S. military. All that's needed to enjoy a free day of family fun is to show an active military or veteran ID card or any other proof of U.S. military service. Immediate family members will also receive half off general admission. Visit the Metro Parks Tacoma website for more information. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Anita Gallagher.